Kylian Mbappe's interview just got me even more excited for next summer. In today's news, we'll cover some of the topics he discussed in that 1-hour interview, review which matches to look out for this weekend, and so much more. I mean, yesterday, if you were waiting in line for the opportunity to buy a lottery ticket, for the chance to win, the opportunity to buy a World Cup ticket, then you might have been cooked, bro. Apparently, everyone's browser was crashing. I mean, it's crazy how this is the biggest sporting event in the world, and we have to go through all this just to buy some tickets. I don't know about you, but I straight up forgot, so that's great. After Mbappe's open interview, I want to watch him play for France even more now, especially if this man was to be the coach. Before we get into all of that though, club football is officially back, baby, and here are all the most interesting matches this weekend. Bayern are taking on newly promoted side Hamburg, who recently signed both Loanee and Fábio Vieira from Arsenal. In Italy, we got a big one in Juve versus Inter, but we also got Fiorentina versus Napoli, which should be interesting. In Spain, Real Sociedad are hosting Real Madrid, but also Barcelona are taking on Valencia, and that's interesting for one reason. Apparently, Post Malone got more pull than Barcelona do in Barcelona, so they'll be playing at Estadi Johan Cruyff, the home of the women's side, which sits just 6,000 people. The location of their next home match on September 21st has yet to be announced, but on the 28th of September, when they play Real Sociedad, they invited Hezbollah. I mean, you don't just invite royalty like that unless something special is about to happen, so I think it's gonna be the big day. And I'm actually flying back to my apartment in Barcelona on Monday, which we might miss a video or two, but that means I could potentially go. If I'm being all honest though, I don't really like match day vlogs. I think they're hella boring, so if you think I could do, if you're interested in that, let me know, or a different type of content, we could cook something up. In the Premier League though, the matches I'm looking out for this weekend are Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest, because now Ange Postecoglou is in charge of Forest. Xavi Simons took part of his first Tottenham Hotspur training, so I'm really excited to see how he does. They play West Ham on Saturday. Isak is another new player in training. He's been wearing the number 9, and if I'm being honest, Burnley doesn't excite me that much, but I am very interested to see how Liverpool set up. Then there's a Manchester derby. You might have already forgot, but even though Ruben Amorim has been absolutely cooked this year, United, they got more points than City. They lost to Arsenal, tied against Fulham, and then beat Burnley, while City, they beat Wolves, but then lost to both Tottenham and Brighton. I'm gonna predict all the matches tomorrow, like always, so sub up for that. But the biggest news today was Kylian Mbappe's 1-hour interview. He did it with French outlet L'Equipe, and honestly, it was pretty cool. I feel like he's pretty open, down to earth, and just honest, which is dope. He said, "I'm a fatalist about the football world, but not about life. Life is beautiful. Football is what it is. I like to say that people who go to the stadium are lucky to just come and watch a show and not know what's going on behind the scenes. Honestly, if I didn't have this passion, the world of football would have disgusted me a long time ago. I would never advise my child to get involved in football." Brother, we got a glitch in the matrix. I mean, Kylian Mbappé just shut down Project Mbappé before it could even happen. What really excited me though was this. He said, "During international competitions, at some point, you always feel fed up. You're locked up for around 60 days. When it's a World Cup, nothing else matters. Between the semi-final and the final, the world stops. You think to yourself, this is the biggest game of my life, but I can't wait for it to be over so we can know the results and move on." He also said, "But being tired doesn't mean you don't love what you do. I'm still crazy about it. I dream of the World Cup final on July 19th in the United States, morning, noon, and night. The date is marked on my calendar. My boy is about to lock in." As things stand, Didier Deschamps will be the coach for that World Cup, and Kylian Mbappé said he wants to win it for him. Not that that's the only reason he's doing it. He just wants to win the World Cup, but it would be a nice gift. But he also said, with him, speaking about Zidane, "There's no need to make things complicated. He's Zidane. No one is going to say no. Only he can do it. If it's him, okay. And if it's someone else, okay too. But he's the only one in the history of French football who has almost all the rights." At this point, Zidane has to take over the France national team, and I am so excited about it. That's gonna be lit. I just wish it happened before the World Cup. And then imagine the final, Mbappe versus Yamal. Anyways, that's all the news, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.